hear ye, welcome to Fool's Brawl, the show where we test our competitors' wit and debate skills and my sanity. All right, we are coming at you from the KPAO studio in Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha is 70 degrees right now, and we have a blizzard warning on the way, which means that we are all going to die. All right, let's now introduce our lovely judges panel. All right, first off, we got Runyon, everybody. Cass is a good comedian. She's from Lincoln, Nebraska, and she's got good vibes. Next up, we got Erin Clough. Erin Clough is a somewhat recent Clash of the Comics winner, and if I'm wearing my glasses, I get mistaken for her sometimes. And last on our judges panel, we've got the famous David Kousgaard.
That one felt mean.
Didn't you win World Series of Comedy or something?
Yeah, sure, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Let's go. Give it up for our judges. All right, and now I want you to welcome to the stage our first two competitors. First up, it's Tyler Walsh.
Thank you.
Tyler performs all over the Midwest and also has a prominent TikTok following.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this part.
Anything you'd like to say?
Let's roast.
That's not what the show is anymore.
Yeah, but my thing's about me.
And his opponent for the evening, let's welcome Kellen Anderson. Kellen just won the 3-person improv competition at the backline.
Yep, it was just me and 3 other teams of 3. I was enough for 3 people. It's fine. Bad joke. There'll be plenty of these tonight.
Oh, it's a roast now.
All right. You guys ready for your topic?
Yes.
All right. You guys' topic is, who would be more likely to resort to cannibalism? Improvisers or stand-up comedians? Who would like to go first?
Sure.
All right.
I can go first.
You got a 1-minute opening statement.
Cool. Well, I would just like to say thank you for inviting me to this. Unlike the spirit of improvisers, I will be taking the stance of, I prepared for this, which is not what you're supposed to do as an improviser. But I would like to say I would take the stance that I believe that improvisers are probably going to be the most likely or the fastest to resort to cannibalism as opposed to stand-up comics, mostly because of 5 main reasons. The first of which is there's a yes and mentality to survival, which I will explain later. The second of which is that improvisers are more prone to groupthink and collaboration. The third of which is that there is a desensitization to absurdity. Fourth of which is that there are less individual survival skills in improvisers as opposed to stand-up comics. The fifth of which is that we can't not commit to the bit no matter the cost. So I think that in order to unpack these successfully, we just really need to compare and really understand like what truly makes an improviser at their core. And I think if you know anything about improv, it's this yes and commitment to survival. So improvisers are trained to adapt and also to escalate scenarios, which means that if somebody's to suggest that we need to eat other people in order to survive, they're going to say yes, and let's roast them over an open pit. They're just going to continue to escalate and build these ideas as opposed to like resist the concept, because that's what we do. Mindless lackeys that just say yes and to everything. My second point with groupthink and collaboration, collective decisions as a whole from a psychological component are more likely to spread when a group versus stand-up comedians who tend to perform by themselves and have to engage in their wit and their own support. So my third thought with this, with the desensitization to absurdity, is improvisers generally or regularly explore dark and bizarre and surreal concepts. And so mostly these tend to be escalated. And so because we deal with this like dark, random stuff all the time, we are used to extreme scenarios. Less individualistic survival instincts, as again, improvisers normally perform as a unit. So if somebody suggests that we need to sacrifice for the group, they're gonna go with it. Or rather that they're going to sacrifice somebody in order for the good of the group. My last comment, that we just can't not commit to the bit no matter the cost. Like you've all heard of the rule of threes, right? Like if someone's gonna bring it up, oh, we should eat somebody, they're gonna say yes and to it about 3 times, and you know for a fact that third time that somebody's gonna get eaten. So for those 5 main reasons, that's why I believe that improvisers are going to be the ones that ultimately resort to cannibalism as opposed to stand-up comedians. Cool.
Good job, Kellen. That was not a minute. And also, I forgot that most improvisers have never held a microphone before.
Yeah, if this was real life, I would have ate him before the first paragraph.
All right, well, he went as long as he wanted. You can go as long as you want for your opening statement.
All right, as a stand-up comedian with no problem with obscure meat, I've already picked out which one of you I think could fit on my Weber kettle grill. I think stand-ups are gonna cook. I have a dip in. I don't know other stand-ups that dip, but they like that I do dip, so they're gonna get on my back and be like, "Let's eat some people." I think that I'm still picking which one of you I want to eat. Is that weird? But I think stand-ups are just gonna get to it. As you saw, that took a really long time for him to explain. I would have had 4 people eating in that time. Now I just want to eat somebody. All right, that's my argument.
All right, now you guys can go back and forth for a while.
Cool.
Do you want to eat somebody first off?
You know, I wouldn't, but if somebody suggested it, I could be persuaded. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like stand-ups, if you're gonna do it, I would rather eat somebody by myself than be with a group of my friends.
That's fair, but like group, like peer pressure, right? Like you ever gone to high school, sir, or completed that? Like,
Oh yeah,
peer pressure's a real thing.
That's how I ate horse meat one time. It was peer pressure.
I will say improvisers do like a good group bonding activity.
That we do.
Yeah, that is true.
And let me tell you, there's nothing like, you know, peer pressure to make you eat a cow heart, which happened in my 7th grade English class, which I think explains a lot. English class, not even science, an English class. Anywho. Rural Minnesota is a weird place, my friend.
Oh, sorry. You didn't say that part.
It's okay.
Hey, you guys can ask questions too.
Yeah.
There's, you all 3 are stand-ups, right?
Yeah.
Who do you want to eat?
My fear is that
I think
that's
we
not the
twisted.
question.
All I think I'm proving here is that stand-ups are gonna tear shit up.
This is very Kamala and Trump right now. This was a wonderfully laid out, articulate argument, hit all the points, and then over here, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. And
I think what Tyler is arguing that like stand-up comedians are petty enough where we all just have someone in mind.
Yeah,
That
I
we would
think 5
you are his
almost.
JD Vance. You are his JD Vance right now.
I don't have somebody in mind, but if somebody offered me human meat, I would eat it.
I can think of 5 stand-ups in Omaha right now that I would eat just so they're out of my way.
Yeah.
Like that's why I think stand-ups are absolutely going to be the first to resort to cannibalism, because we just want to remove obstacles in front of us. We're not friendly like that.
I go to certain stand-ups Facebook pages once or twice a week, and I hate them. I do. I hate them. So yes, I would eat them.
You don't have to. You don't
Like,
have to
there's
leave
people-
the comments
not
on my
because they're
Facebook
doing
page.
good
though.
either. That's not why I hate them. Just because they're annoying. Improv people seem to like each other way more.
Yeah, which I guess like could be an argument for why like we just like humans too much, I guess. I don't know. But like let's think about like stand up as like a whole, the stereotype that is a stand-up comedian, right? Like you guys probably want to be in control of the narrative a little bit more, right? And like by eating people, in some ways you kind of lose control of your image, right? Like if you're doing like clean comedy and they find that you're like, you know, elbow deep in like Mrs. Johnson, like they're not going to appreciate that a whole lot. Like you're reaching into her like Temple of Doom shit. Like sorry, let me rephrase that.
Thought we were changing what the debate was again.
We do have to concede that
on.
improvisers do put their mouths on each other more.
That is true. Do you know how many stand-up comedians I've seen kiss people? 0. The improv community, everyone.
Okay. Are you guys ready for closing statements? You got more to.
No, I think no.
All right. Who wants to give their closing statement first?
All right. Well, stand-up comedians usually do gigs for money. I don't even have a. So we can afford to eat all the people.
If not, who do you want to eat?
Come on, goddammit.
The conversation just
Just
made.
give a little spin to this.
The scariest thing is I think this conversation has just made Tyler Walsh hungry.
Or you stirred up my hit list.
Oh man. Yeah. My closing argument is that, you know, improvisers and comedians are fundamentally different in the type of like comedy that they produce. Improvisers are used to making a scene versus like stand-up comedians all about like passively engaging and critiquing and analyzing things. So like if you ask a stand-up comedian, they're probably going to be like, oh, let's talk about cannibalism, versus like improvisers, they're going to do the damn thing. They're ready. They're hungry.
That is true. Stand-up comedians do tend to be procrastinators.
That's true.
Improvisers usually have real jobs.
That procrastination just ages the meat.
Okay, any more questions with our judges before you guys make your deliberations?
I don't think so.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. David Kousgaard, you want to go first?
Yeah. Kellen, I thought you came in with very sound, rational, well-prepared arguments that were very easy to follow, very easy to understand. Having said that, I'll be dead in the cold, cold ground before I give a vote to an improviser. I'm going with Tyler.
Respect. I understand.
I will be the blue dot then. That was absurd. I didn't like how you kept looking at us while talking about what we wanted to eat. Nobody else was an option. For the people at home, there are 2 people in the audience as well that he could choose from, and instead it was a lot here. So I am going to say I respect preparation. I respect good debate skills. I will go blue and I will vote Kellen.
Actually, real quick, before we move on to our
Flip-flopper.
third judge,
Oh, thank God.
did you decide which of us you would want to eat first?
Nobody here. I have 3 names though, if you want to start guessing.
No, that's fine.
Name 'em.
Come on, I want to stir the bee's
Name 'em.
nest.
I'm mostly just hurt that I'm on the list. Juicy, goddammit.
Cass,
Anyways.
you are now the deciding vote.
Oh yeah, I love this. I will say, based on Kellen's arguments and the collaborative nature of improv versus stand-up, I do see the improv comedians being more likely to be stuck in the scenario where they have to eat somebody. So I will be giving my vote to Kellen.
All right. Now we've got a winner. I will show him the prize. It is a shark lunchbox that I found at Goodwill.
That's on brand.
Oh my God, thank you. I'm so
There you
honored.
go.
Spent the whole $2 on that.
I did.
Or $2.50 if you look at the bottom.
There you go.
Hey,
Sweet.
purple items were half off.
Sweet.
All right, any final words?
I'm good.
All right.
Good game.
That was our show. Hopefully next time none of us will be dead from tornadoes or Tyler eating people, which is now a concern. Anyway, catch us next time on this show, Fool's Brawl, on KPAO or YouTube, I guess. Bye.